All right, so I'm here to do um it's like I think it'll be a bonus basically because I usually cannot guarantee that I'll be able to make it through half of the zodiac in one day, but I'm gonna try to do the other half starting in the first house. Gotta get myself a mic check. Oh, I'll be laughing at myself when the it's the same song that's been coming to my mind. Is it the way you love? I know that's a good way to run off anybody that might come through to check out the video. Me starting to sing. I was listening to Erykah Badu also, feeling that. Oh, I, 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 I want you, 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 you. Oh, I, 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 I want you, 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 in the worst kind of way. Hey, 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 I want you, baby. There goes my mic check, and I'm like, oh girl, please stop singing, honey. All right, so let's see how it goes. Starting in the first house, the same song is in my mind. Okay, let's get into a deep shuffle. I'm gonna try to not OCD and just read it without paying attention to these. I mean, I can't help myself. It looks like some stress surrounding Six of Fire. Somebody 1 foot in, 1 foot out type energy. Bachelor, bachelorette energy taking the stage. Feeling good. Complete. Total package. Ready to mingle as bachelor, bachelorette taking the stage. Looks like knowing what they want, knowing how to go about it. This is the first house, Aries house. Whose house? Aries house. Okay, the bachelor, bachelorette taking the stage, and the Three of Swords makes an appearance. So it looks like after a heartbreak type of situation, third party type of situation. Oh my goodness. So are we getting into the third party? Because the last dream was dealing with third parties. This seems to also be talking about third party type situation. Somebody was thinking that Aries was their lifetime, their marriage, the one, you know, but there was a third party type of situation, some heartbreak. And so my disclaimer is this is a general reading. It's not intended to resonate with everyone. Hey everybody, thank you for your support on the channel and on this video. Hey, what's up, Neon? And AJ, what's up? Okay, sweet. So yeah, it looks like this is a connection that was leading up to marriage. And in the past, and I remember looking at this type of energy yesterday where it was like someone wasn't initially sure that the person in front of them was really for them, but things had fallen into alignment and, you know, started progressing to a higher level of commitment. And but then here comes the Two of Pentacles, switching up the energy. And so it looked like, so while somebody was thinking business as usual and things are progressing to a higher level of commitment, someone in Aries energy field. So when I mention Aries, it could be someone, yeah, like their cross watcher in their energy field. But it looks like somebody, Aries, and or their person started really thinking intently about a past love. Was it a past love or just a lover? Man. The details on if it was a past love or just a lover felt like a past love, but actually that information is not here in the card, so I don't want to be saying something that I don't see. Let's clarify. Dear Holy Spirit, is this a past love? This is a general reading, so there's a multitude of different storylines. But can you tell me if this is a past love in the Three of Cups? Or if it's a new love that popped up that's of significance? Queen of Swords points to the Queen of Swords here. They're working on their connection, as we saw with the Eight of Pentacles. Three of Fire. Nine of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. King of Fire. Ace. Yeah, that information isn't available, but what it does look like is that Queen of Swords, then a Queen of Pentacles made an appearance. Oh, there goes the Queen of Pentacles right there. So it's right there. Queen of Swords, the Magician, Queen of Pentacles right there, changing up the energy. Somebody started thinking about that really intently. Alright, so yeah, that information isn't available. It just basically clarified to reiterate what is here, but have me pay more attention to the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So these are two different queens taking the stage. It's all energy specific, not gender specific, although we're looking at feminine energy taking the stage here, kind of giving that the masculine is the one that has another person coming into the picture, changing things up. So their focus is redirected in another direction. It looks like this focus is redirected in another direction towards this other person without mentioning it so much, because let's say Aries, the energy could go either way, but it seems like Aries is just going day to day, you know, taking care of business as normal, not really expecting anything, and then just kind of beneath the surface, basically, Aries person of interest, a masculine energy could go their way. Another woman comes on the scene, and they just gradually divert their energy, this masculine, to the other woman. It looks like this other woman has some sort of ties to Aries person of interest, some unfinished business. It looks like maybe some shared resources between the two of them. And again, it does look like this is a secret thing that's kind of taking place basically under the radar, you know. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Fire, Eight of Cups. So it looked like it was transactional. Looks like it was transactional. Temperance, Ten of Cups, 15 Major Arcana, the Tower. But it's highly possible that even though that was a transactional thing, the fact that it wasn't spoken about and it kind of happened between the scenes kind of created some toxicity and even a breakup, a Tower moment with the Three of Pentacles making this appearance. So transactional. Let's look at this toxicity that hit the stage here and see if it was just innocent transactional, like for an example, co-parenting obligations getting taken care of, or something to that extent, or if it was more diabolical. Dear Holy Spirit, please clarify. So here goes our Queen of Swords making an appearance again. There's the Queen of Swords. King of Pentacles. Two of Fire. Three of Swords. So it looks like it was more diabolical. So, alright. There was some third-party situations taking place. Some obstructive interference. Mm. Mm. All right, so here goes our third-party situation dynamic. Playing out here. Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups. But it does look like energetically that this person is acting like it was casual, like it was nothing to it. But I feel like Aries has a deeper intuition that it was more than what they're saying it was. So now you have Aries, person of interest, trying to reach out as if everything is okay, as if they're still on par, but it looks like Aries is not trying to reciprocate that energy with the Four of Pentacles. They're holding back. Here goes Aries energy with the Emperor and the World and the Six of Fire and the Page of Fire and the Ace of Cups. So it's, yeah, it looks like there's still some feelings Aries has for their person of interest, but they got one foot in and one foot out the other. Again, they're keeping their options open, and they're not, it doesn't look like they burned a bridge, but they're not as communicative and they're not as available to their person of interest as they were before. They have an intuition that it was more to it. This reading suggests that your intuition is correct. The person is making it sound like it was just a transactional, neutral, arrangement, but the Three of Swords says that it was more than that. There was some sort of boundary that was crossed, some sort of expectation that was violated. Now, I mean, the Three of Swords was there. Yeah, some boundary was violated due to the expectations that Aries has. It feels like Aries had expectations because this wasn't a connection that they was originally hooked on anyways. They were always indecisive about hooking into this connection anyways. It just looked like the one because the person seemed to be completely invested and focused on them. But now that there's this other person that came along, energetically it does look like a transactional arrangement. Like it could be innocent, but the Three of Swords is there, so that could, the Three of Swords, how it was clarified, could mean that. But Aries is just not okay with the way things went down. It could have just been the way that it was under the radar, not really talked about. And there's some sort of violation that took place. So anyways, whatever that was, however it went down, Aries is not as interested as they were before because there was an expectation that was violated. So let's see, the Page of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Page of Cups, Ace of Fire. So there's some communication that's going to come through. It looks like Aries, person of interest, is still going to try to come back, and they still have feelings. They still want to be with Aries. But it looks like just as soon, Aries has another love interest on the horizon too. There's another love. So there's some communication that's going to be coming toward Aries, and it looks like Aries is going to consider everything at the biggest, perspective. And it looks like they haven't made any determinations what they're going to do. So basically Aries has more love interest. They're keeping their love open, their options open, and also not as communicative is what this is leaving off to say. Again, reiterating, not really as communicative or available for the person of interest. So the person of interest is still holding on. They still was hoping that this would be a marriage situation, but there's our Three of Swords again, that there was a violation that took place. Looks like Aries is taking bachelor energy. Aries knows what they want, knows what they can get, knows how to go about getting it, and has options. So there looks like they're keeping their options open. And also, it looks like they're not as communicative. I keep saying that too. So they're also not really vocalizing or expressing the fact that they have other options. They're keeping their options open. It's like this person went and made that transactional situation in silence. So Aries too is moving in silence as well. They have options that seem to be a lot more compatible with reciprocity. They feel comfortable in their own environment with the other options that they have. And the person of interest who was thinking this could be a marriage situation is really stressing out. Can't sleep very well. Keep on thinking about the past and the good memories that you guys have together. But it says that Aries is salvaging their energy. They are maintaining themselves, not pouring into this connection, but keeping their vibration high, moving out of the toxic situation into a better situation. with the Knight of Cups and the Empress and the Judgment, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Now it does look like there might be some reconciliation taking place with the person in the past. Let's see who this reconciliation is taking place with, okay? Could be a new person that they going ahead and reconcile with. It looks like some intimacy. And it's a wish fulfillment. So who is this intimacy with? Is it with the person we started looking at in the beginning, or is it with a new love interest? It's with a different lover. And it looks like it's a wish fulfillment, like that intimacy was a dream. It was a wish fulfillment. There's compatibility there. Somebody got their socks knocked off, their toes was curling. And the Seven of Swords is there, so that also happened under the radar. Like they weren't talking about what they were doing with their person in the past, so Aries is not talking about it either. But it happened in this storyline. That is not everybody's story, but this is talking about third party situation. Queen of Fire, Chariot, and the Lovers. So they're going on with this one. The High Priestess, King of Cups, Sun. So their person of interest that started out in the reading is starting to get aware that Aries is moving on. Aries has a different love interest. They can feel it. They're still holding their cup of love, but they can feel that Aries is moving on. Yeah, they found another lover. They're breaking it off with this other lover. They're starting a new chapter with their new lover. They're blocking their person of interest and moving on with the Ten of Pentacles, not really expressing or just discussing what's going on with their new love. So that's what I'm looking at here. And then so we're going to move into the second house in just a moment. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so we're moving into our second house reading. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this second house reading is for Taurus, and it has cusp energy. So for Taurus, Gemini cusps, and also Taurus, Aries cusps. All right, there goes our spread here. Okay, so, all right, so we have a beautiful person of interest here taking the stage. Feeling really good about it looks like feeling really good about a past connection that they're, well, when I say past connection, I mean their connection is with someone that they've been dealing with for a minute. Looks like a soulmate, a karmic partner, somebody who brings nostalgic feelings. And looks like this is a connection that's, you know, balanced 50-50. Reciprocity is there. So let's see what we're going to see here. Okay. Well, of course, this third party reading. So let's see here. So this reading is coming on with this woman of interest. She's single, it looks like, but um, there's a major arcana that's transitioning her to have some love interest. There's some love interest on her. You know, love starts to enter her energy. That reminds me, it could be a Virgo, because this is Virgo and Venus energy, and Venus is currently in Virgo right now, and love is in the air. But so it looks like there's some suitors that are on her horizon. Reconciliations as well. They're pursuing her. They want to meet up with her, spend some time with her. She's surrounded by love. So this is a general reading that's not intended to resonate with everyone. If it doesn't fit, please don't force it. I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. It looks like she lingers in this energy where she's surrounded by love interests and opportunities to get with one of them, but it looks like she kind of holds off on tapping into those connections full-heartedly because she has her interest set on a particular lover that's holding back from her right now. Yeah, someone that she thinks about all the time. And it looks like they also think about her all the time too. They're single, but for some reason they're not reaching out. They're not as communicative as they would like to be, is what it looks like. Looks like they're focusing on their abundance and making sure that they are okay and secure mentally, physically, financially, and they have a lot of passion as well. Looks like very charming, handsome, and have a lot of pent-up love to give. Let's see, Forca energy. So it looks like they're daydreaming about each other, can't really sleep at night, and this passion, this pent-up energy is too much to think about, to suffer anymore, thinking about each other at this distance. So it looks like your person of interest is also thinking about you and really having a hard time holding their composure. It looks like they're ready to come towards you with some sort of offer, like they've got everything together. See, Six of Cups, Hierophant, Eight of Cups, Queen of Fire, Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So some communication is coming through for this person of interest. It looks like your person of interest is ready to come towards you, and they're even, you know, they're marriage minded, want to commit to you as well, you know, thinking about that. But it looks like you've been apart for a while, so it looks like they'll be reaching out to you in the near future if they haven't already. Yes, and it does look like this is a love. This connection really is truly the one that you had hoped for. It looks like you move into a new chapter together. And all right. Now, it looks like there's some love interests that are starting to be blocked out because Taurus, let's say that it's mutual energy, so the energy could go either way. When I say Taurus, it could be Taurus's cross watcher, or, you know, someone or something in Taurus's energy field. But it looks like as far as the love interest is concerned, we're going to go in that direction. Somebody had one foot in and one foot out, and somebody was hesitating to decide on coming toward Taurus, and so they're getting blocked out because things are coming into its proper alignment, and Taurus is already hooking up with somebody that they find a connection with. So this person that was hesitating to want to come toward Taurus initially is starting to see that, oh my goodness, that was a missed opportunity. I missed Taurus. I want to be with Taurus. And they're sneaking around trying to you know, spy on Taurus and see what's going on in Taurus and see if there's an opportunity to get with Taurus. And they want a commitment with Taurus too. They have love for Taurus. They want to come toward Taurus as well. That would bring about a third party situation, and they look like they're even willing to be the other woman. So it's not gender specific, it's energy specific. But they want to work on this connection, and they're hoping that Taurus will come toward them. So it does look like Taurus does come toward them. They're still single, so they're coming in as a bachelor and a bachelorette. And this is also a connection that has the Ten of Cups. So it looks like there's potential for this one as well to have a lot of love. So they go, so Taurus is moving in another chapter, and we see that there's two love interests that really knocked Taurus's socks off and curled Taurus's toes. So wish fulfillment for Taurus. Now there's somebody who is not happy with the third party situation, and there's some regret because they also have love for Taurus, but this third party dynamic is throwing them off. They don't want to be in no third party. They want to be Taurus's one and only. They don't want to be juggled. They want to have this connection ascend to a higher level of commitment. So it looks like yeah, they find themselves blocked out with that type of energy of wanting something of a commitment or to establish a long-term commitment. It looks like there's potentially opportunity to roll in the sack and have carnal pleasures, but as far as the stability that they were hoping for, that is not sure. That looks like it's a fairy tale, a daydream at this point. So they're trying to reach out to Taurus, and they're feeling really sad because they could feel in their heart that Taurus is not, their energy is not toward them as it was once before, and there's a third party situation going on. And so third party readings is what we're looking at here. All right, so now let's move into our third house. That's Gemini's house. All right, let's see. Woo. Do 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 do. Dum 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 dum. So I didn't get to shuffle this one very much, but it looks like there's a desire to want to reconcile with Gemini. It looks like Gemini might be taking their time to move toward this person. They got some options here with someone that wants to come towards Gemini. They got one foot in and one foot out the other because there's another love interest as well coming into alignment. But it looks like a sneaky link. This person of interest that's coming in as a sneaky link wants to have their connection raised to a higher level of commitment as well. They're willing to put in the work for Gemini's attention. They're pretty persistent in wanting to be with Gemini. It looks like, though, with regret, though, somebody is going to be feeling regret because they're regretting letting themselves be vulnerable with Gemini because they're detecting that they're put in a third party type of a situation here too, and they're being juggled. And it's like they both want to be, both of these love interests for Gemini wants to be the only one. They want to have their connection ascend to a higher level. But it almost looks like that's just a dream that's not going to happen because there's third party energy. And at the moment, it looks like Gemini is enjoying being a lover and exploring their options and having their cake and eating it too. So yeah, looking at third party energy for the fourth house now. I just feel like a repeat of what third party energy does. This is really routine about what a third party does. everybody wants to be the one pretty much, and yeah, they come to the realization that they're not the only one. And I mean, when you have that type of dynamic, it's hard for the person being pursued to really settle in one love when they can have it all. Let's see what's going on in the fourth house. Is it the way you love me, baby? Alright, so it looks like we have our person of interest really daydreaming about a past fantasy, wondering if that fantasy can become a reality. And it looks like they're trying to manifest that in prayer and meditations. Let's see what's going on in Cancer's house. So there's a particular love interest that they're thinking about, that Cancer is thinking about. It kind of takes the shape of a masculine thinking about a woman of interest here that has their attention. Somebody kind of mysterious that they're wondering and fantasizing about. They're not really sure how it would be in reality to be with them, and they have a feeling too that this person of interest is with somebody else, but they're still single. They're with somebody else that they, you know, want this other person to take them serious, but they're still single and they haven't made anything serious. Now let's see here. So it looks like then suddenly there's like a massive jump in energy where it looks like there's things coming into alignment for this person of interest to come visit them at their home. There's another lover on the horizon that's away. They're like, it's almost as if they might be living with a love interest. Somebody's living with a love interest, and that love interest, let's see, or going to their house. But anyhow, for whatever reason, that love interest that they had on their mind is away, giving opportunity for this sneaky link type energy to come and sneak in and to be with this married person, or this person that's already linked up with somebody else. So that's what it says. So there's communication coming in, and they go towards this person of interest. It's a sneaky link. And it looks like there's discussions about them being serious. Even though they're already in some sort of commitment with somebody else, they take this opportunity to try to sweep Cancer off their feet and say, hey, you should be with me. You should be my woman. This, you know, you need to commit to me. I want you. So, let's see here. So they shot their shot, you know, and they said what they wanted to have happened. And it looks like they had an opportunity to be intimate, spend some intimate time. But then after that moment is had, they don't know what will come of it. They're like, I don't know if my Cancer lover heard me. You know, I shot my shot. I told him what I feel like. I feel like we're a perfect match is what it looks like. I feel like we could be that power couple. I feel like we're matching each other's energy. I wonder if they'll come back. But they find themselves blocked. They find themselves blocked, and it causes a dramatic devastation to realize that. So it looks like they're blocked out, because then you have another person of interest and here's somebody that's, so I wonder if this is the person that was blocked out, wondering, hey, is my love going to come back? So this third party situation, let me see what's, dear Holy Spirit, please clarify this. Is there any information I could tell about this lover that's blocked and waiting, wondering if their lover will come back to them? It looks like yes, their lover will be coming back. They're waiting for their lover to come back. Praying and meditating and hoping that their lover does come back. Really can't sleep. Just when they start to give up hope, their lover comes back. And so the one that was waiting and hoping and praying and meditating and couldn't sleep at night, when their lover comes back, they forget all about that. They don't care about any of that. They just are happy to be with their lover. It's a wish fulfillment. Now the other lover is hoping that this lover comes back to them. They start to try to communicate. It looks like there's a back and forth, on and off again for a while. Yeah. And so it looks like the person of interest loves is going back and forth and loves having two lovers that want them and seems to easily forgive them for leaving and doing their own thing and coming back whenever they feel like it or whatever, whenever it's convenient for them. It looks like as far as the longevity that they want to have in that connection is to keep up having the third party situation. Moving to the 5th house. Dear Holy Spirit, please give me a reading for the 5th house. Oh, goodness. It's all the same. Oh, man. So this person, too, seems to be blocked out from their person of interest. They can't stop thinking about it. They're trying to distract themselves with working hard, you know, and moving their mental to a different direction. But they're having a hard time not thinking about this lover who curled their toes. They're at a distance and their mind is really focused on this lover. Seems like the lover comes back really vague, like really quick, comes back to them, finds them still stuck in their head thinking about them. The lover comes back to find them still stuck in their head thinking about them. And it's like as soon as they verify, okay, my lover is still stuck in their head thinking about me, they go ahead and emotionally detach and leave again. Get ghost again. Get their ego stroked knowing that this person is still thinking about them. As they've gone ghost, see here, what is this, another connection, or is this the same person of interest that they ghosted? Let's see if they come back. with a surprise. Let me see. Is that a surprise or is this a whole nother love interest? Seven of Swords, a whole nother love interest. Someone that they're a lot more, see, this one looked like a sneaky link, like someone that they were just secretly entertaining, but somebody that they really want to be with, somebody that they're proud to be seen with, somebody that they don't care who knows that they're together. They link up, and this is the connection that's raising to a higher level of commitment. But they still have that ace in their pocket with the little sneaky link that's waiting for them to come back and stuck in their head dreaming about them. Their sneaky link is intuitively getting the idea that they've moved on with somebody else, which is very devastating. They're trying to move on themselves. They're trying to let go of this connection, but they still keep hope alive. They're sad. And even though that they're sad, the energy shows that they actually are ready for love, that they're a good lover, that they could have many options if they would just leave this connection alone and, you know, turn their focus to something else. But they seem to keep focusing on this other love interest that has blocked them out. They're still waiting for that love interest to come back, hoping, praying, standing out in the cold. And it continues to show energetically they're ready for love in the Nine of Cups. They're ready for love in the Nine of Pentacles. But they're still trying to force themselves to be in a third-party situation with this person that's not committed. This person has commitment issues. They want a new start with this person that has commitment phobia. They want to go back to their house. They want to spend some time with them. They want to be close to them. They're hoping that time will line up for them to be together. They're hoping that they could be a pair. They feel like they're a perfect match with this person that we've been describing so far. They feel like they have the total package with this person, but this person is at a distance to them. This person is not tapping back in with them, never really did tap in with them either. So it looks like they're trying to reach out and communicate to this lover. But again, it looks like a real touch and go response. Eventually, let's see here. This person looks like they've gotten married while they were absent. They come in looking like they're married. They come in looking like they're married, but they're ready to respond now and come back to this lover that's been stuck in their head and not moving on and just thinking about them. Looks like they have some adult fun. But then they're trying to communicate again, and this person is going ghost again. 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know, having their cake and eating it too. And going back to their marriage, where there's the betrayal, the Three of Swords. And so the person who was hanging out and waiting for this lover realizes how they just embarrassed themselves and how they continue to repeat a toxic karmic pattern with this person. And still, it looks like they're willing to do it again. That's what I'm looking at there. We're going to look in our 6th house now. Take a look and see what it says. Okay, so the 6th house, which is Virgo's house, has some cusp energy. So it has some Leo, Virgo cusp energy. And also some Virgo, Libra cusp energy. Again, so far, you know, these readings have been dealing with third-party energy. So these readings are just been talking about third parties. So it's a general reading. It's not intended to resonate with everyone. If it's not your reading, don't force it to fit. I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. This one is getting a deep shuffle, huh? I'm waiting for a spread to develop. Dear Holy Spirit, please put resonance in the deck to produce a spread for Virgo, aka the 6th house. This is going to be a general reading. General readings are not intended to resonate with everyone, so if anything does not fit, if it's not resonating, please don't force it. I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. When I mention Virgo, it could be someone in Virgo's energy, someone or something, as the energies are mutual, so it could go either way. Alright, so we have our spread here. So it looks like Virgo is working really hard with the mindset to want to move into a connection with the potential to move to a higher level of commitment. They're working on themselves. They're working really hard, want to be in this connection. Someone from their past, someone that they feel like they have the 10 of Cups with. They have a lot of passion and a lot of love for this person. It looks like they've not loved anybody like this for a long time, if ever. That's what it looks like. So they're working on wanting to be with this person here. They want to see if there's an opportunity to reconcile with this person. You know, to meet up with them in the near future. It looks like in the recent past they did link up. And they're looking to want to link up again. They're hoping that. But it looks like their person is in a third-party situation. They got somebody else. Looks like Virgo has some discernment knowing that their person is likely with someone else, but they keep daydreaming about this person, maybe having visions, and they can feel that their person is at a distance, perhaps moved on, is giving them a tormenting feeling. It feels like their person is right in their midst, but also apart and secretive about some things. They're keeping hidden from them. And it does look like their person of interest is in a connection with someone else. Now their person is in a connection with someone else that they see having the 10 of Pentacles with. And it seems like this person, they've been with this person for a while. So they're silent toward Virgo. Virgo's feeling left out in the cold. Virgo has some regret and some sadness. They still have a lot of love. They're pining for this lover, but they're also holding back from reaching out to the lover. So it looks like although their lover is connected to someone that they feel more equal and they feel like meets them on their level, there's still some sort of indecision about linking up with Virgo as well. But they're holding themselves back from Virgo. It looks like there's this mutual desire to link up again. But look, Virgo comes toward their person throwing up an Ace of Pentacles, like they want something serious. So that seems to throw a delay and a pause in their person of interest coming toward them. Looks like Virgo and this person is trying to be patient as far as responding and about this connection having the viability to raise to a higher level of commitment. So it looks like, you know, that kind of basically gives Virgo the answer. The silence, the distance, you know how it's like an answer without being answered. You know, Virgo gets the notion that, okay, my person is with somebody else, or they're just not that into me. So Now, it does look like Virgo's person of interest does continue to think about them a lot. Daydream about them. And it looks like there's some communication that will be coming towards each other in the near future if it hasn't happened already. Finding Virgo in their element because they've already started to detach and try to move on and accept the fact that their lover has moved on with somebody else and it's not really for them like they would like them to be. So even though they're reaching out, there's some communication. You know, the communication is different because they are picking up on that person is with somebody else. And their dreams of being the only one, their dreams of having this connection raised to a higher level of commitment is devastatingly impossible. So there's like this tower moment. And we're looking at Virgo taking a bachelorette stance and trying to put the nightmare out of their mind that their lover is not available and that this is not going to happen. They have love for them, but they start to turn their back and look, you know, towards the future. And the person that they had hoped would be theirs, there's a block, there's a distance. It looks like there's just this incompatibility to come towards them. They're coming in looking like they're married anyway. So it looks like Virgo looks at the big picture, analyzes it, and realizes they need to move on with a broken heart. They still have feelings. There's still like a soul tie. Looks like Virgo realizes there's a soul tie to this person, but begins to proceed into their new chapter. Still minded to look for a relationship that can move to a higher level of commitment for themselves. But they still have this past lover in their heart as they're moving on. See, it does look like there is a new love interest that comes towards Virgo, which helps them disconnect from that past love. Which tries to come back with a sneaky link type energy towards Virgo, but it looks like Virgo's emotions are no longer there and they're emotionally disconnecting and walking away from that connection. So that's a third party type of situation dynamic for the 6th house. Alright, so I would like to keep reading. Well, we already did the 7th house reading, but let me see if I can make it through since I'm going faster. Let's move into the 7th house. Dear Holy Spirit, please put resonance in the deck to give me a reading for Libra. This is a general reading for Libra. General readings are not intended to resonate with everyone. So if there's some dissonance, if it's not resonating, please kindly disregard it. I'll be back to do another reading as soon as possible. These readings so far tend to be covering third-party situations. When I mention Libra, it could be someone in Libra's energy. Someone or something in Libra's energy, as the energy is mutual, so it could go either way. Looked like a spread wanted to develop there, but not enough strength due to some disorganized energy there to produce a spread. Now we got our spread here. Alright, so we have our person of interest. We're going to say it's Libra. Again, the energies could go either way. It could be someone in Libra's energy. But we have Libra coming onto the stage with the Hierophant. So it looks like marriage commitment is on their mind. And in their energy, they're ready to raise their next relationship, or the relationship that they're in, to a higher level of commitment. I said their next relationship because there's a moon, so there seems to be some uncertainty. However, there is a person of interest that they are focused on, with this Empress making an appearance in the Eight of Swords. So there's a soul tie. Their energy is caught up here. They see a match with the Empress and the Emperor and themselves in this soul tie. But they're thinking about this connection, if this is the one that they can see as marriage material, commitment material, but they feel left out in the cold in this connection. So it looks like their person of interest seems like they're ready to kind of break this off. Basically, they have love there, but it looks like they have love and passion. The other one is wanting to raise it to a higher level of commitment. They feel like they're not ready for a commitment, like they're better off by themselves. They're kind of not emotionally available because they seem to be overwhelmed in some delusions, fantasies, and stuff. Their emotions just seem to be all over the place. So, you know, there's a desire for their person of interest to come and see them, you know, take them out on a date, spend some time together. But it looks like that desire diminishes as their person of interest finds themselves comfortable in their own energy. And also with this Two of Pentacles, it looks like there's some discernment or some evidence or suggestion that there's somebody else in the picture that their person of interest is juggling Libra with. The person that they're juggling Libra with seems to be at a distance. Excuse me. Seems that their energy has been tied up in this person of interest for a while. That, you know, Libra's person is, their emotions is tied up into this person. That seems like they've been caught up thinking about this person for a minute. So we're moving into a new chapter here, more in the present energy, where Libra looks like they want to go towards this connection, but they begin to turn their back on that connection too, because the person is as described, not available, and caught up in some other wishy-washy type of dynamic that they can't really put their finger on it. So they turn around and meditate and pray and strategize on moving forward, and it looks like their future looks pretty bright. So they decide to move forward and move into their own new chapter. They have the Ten of Pentacles with them, and there's another love interest that they're ready to reconcile with and meet up with. Someone that seems to match their energy. Now there is this Tower moment that takes place with them. It almost looks like, let me just clarify this Tower. Dear Holy Spirit, why is the Tower here? King of Pentacles. Missed opportunity. Their person in the past is regretting. As soon as Libra moves on, finds themselves caught up in a new love dynamic, their person that was fantasizing and not making themselves available for Libra has some regret. Now, for some, it looks like they have some regret and they want Libra back, and it looks like Libra is available to want to go back with them, because they're still single and they still have a wish fulfillment. So it looks like they do have a second chance opportunity. But that puts them in a third party situation, because there's still somebody very dynamic that's in Libra's energy that they're feeling too. So it looks like a sneaky link, a third party situation, some indecision about who they actually want to be with. And they're able to either get their cake and eat it too. Eventually, one of the third parties gets wind of the fact that Libra is juggling, so they dismiss themselves out of the situation, emotionally detach and move away from the connection too. So it looks like there's, you know, going back to that love interest in the past kind of gets Libra to lose one. And it looks like actually lose both of them in the process of juggling. So the highlighted area of concern there would be for Libra not to have indecision, but to focus on the one that they want to be with and not juggle, because it looks like you could stand to lose both by doing so. Alright, hello. Hear any songs or lyrics about it? Yeah, it was, is it the way still? Is it the way you love me, baby? Thank you for your support on the video. We're moving to the 8th house, Scorpio. Thank you for interacting with me in the chat. Dear Holy Spirit, please put resonance in the deck to give us a reading for Scorpio. Alright, so this is going to be a general reading. General readings are not intended to resonate with everyone. So if it's not your reading, if it's not resonating, please kindly disregard it. I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. And when I mention Scorpio, it could be Scorpio's cross watcher, someone in Scorpio's energy, someone and or something in Scorpio's energy. Today the focus has been on third party situations, so if your connection doesn't involve a third party situation, even if it does, but this is not going to be your reading. If you are involved in a third party situation, still there's a chance that if there's any dissonance, you just want to disregard it. But let's see what's going on with this third party arrangement in Scorpio's house, the 8th house. That spirit almost wanted to develop there, but there was not enough support. Just hanging on by a thread. Let's see. Oh yeah, that one song. Oh, I want you. Oh, I want you. And the words kind of way. Hey, I want you. Ooh, baby. So what you gonna do? Ooh, baby. let's see here. The spread wanted to develop a couple of times, but getting into a deep shuffle here for Scorpio, aka the 8th house. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Come on. Come on, Scorpio. Come on, Scorpio. Come on, Scorpio. Give me a spread. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. So, fantasizing about a person of interest, wanting to reconcile, wanting to get in contact with this mysterious person that seems to be reclusive, withdrawn, wondering, thinking. It looks like you guys are thinking about each other. And, but at the end of the day, it looks like in this spread, end up moving away from a toxic situation into a better situation. But let's see what's going on. So we have some fantasizing and, I wonder what it would be like to be with you. Can we have a start? Are we going to meet up? Is this the one? Is there potential for marriage? Definitely a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry. We really would like to have this opportunity to link up with you. So that's what the energies is saying here in the recent past. So this recluse person that's withdrawn says that they're the ones that's thinking about multiple people. You know, they got a lot of different people. And so while they're withdrawn and, you know, they're just heavily thinking about a lot of freaky thoughts. Oh my goodness. Now, do they act on these freaky thoughts? No. It looks like it's just they're stuck in their head about it. And they're thinking about it a lot. And they definitely would move on it. But, you know, there's a high chance that this is an earth sign. The person of interest moves really slow. Like, they're stuck in their head. They got a lot of freaky thoughts. But as far as putting things together, they're just stuck in their head about it. They're not putting anything into motion. They move really, really slow. One thing, though, is that they are single. So they're a bachelor and or a bachelorette. And when the time lines up for this connection to take place, they're still indecisive about it. They're missing opportunities to link up. The person of interest wants to rush towards them, wants to be with them with a cup of love, even talking about raising the commitment to a higher level and being the only one. But they're still holding back from this person. Yeah, so it looks like, and they're thinking really freaky thoughts about, there's a lot of different people that's in their heads that they are thinking freaky thoughts with. Now, they're thinking freaky thoughts, nasty adult content, X-rated stuff. They are so in their head, locked in with these multiple people that's in their head, but they are single and they are not acting on any of this. Their energy is very slow moving. And they are so stuck in their head and fantasizing and making all this stuff up in their head. And they're breaking their own heart, missing out on some real opportunities. So it looks like there will be some communication coming in with this person of interest talking about, hey, you know, Scorpio, because this Scorpio's reading, hey, Scorpio. So first of all, they took their time to reach out to Scorpio. And Scorpio's mind, it's like, what are you talking about? You definitely took a long time, but hey, this communication is coming through. They're like, hey, Scorpio, so what's up? I'm ready to have this passion with you. It looks like, so for some, it looks like this passion actually really happens. That happens. Oh my God, it looks like it was good too. Oh my God. Whoa. Shush. Oh my God, yo. Oh, sorry guys. Whoa, what was that, y'all? My bad. Ah! Okay, okay, okay. My bad, y'all. Whoa, Jack. Whoa. So they link up with this person, right, that's been taking their time and dragging their feet, and they got all types of freaky thoughts in their head. And they actually play this out with Scorpio. And then Scorpio meets up with them. They get their toes curled. This thing is out of their minds, but the person is still slow. Like, they have this amazing encounter, but the person is still slow moving towards the right. But that happened. And then another person of interest comes towards their, let's say it's Scorpio, okay? Because this is Scorpio's reading. And remember, the energies could go either way, right? Could be the person in Scorpio's energy. But anyhow, another lover comes towards Scorpio. Right when they just got their toes curled by this one, another lover comes towards Scorpio. They're communicating with Scorpio. They got the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. It looks like Scorpio has some intense love. It looks like they got their toes curled by this person too. Communication. Oh my God. And so now the person that they just linked up with is heartbroken and regretting that they linked up with Scorpio. Because Scorpio has got another connection going on. And there's a block going up too. Scorpio's being secretive about this other love. So now the person that was moving all slow and finally linked up with Scorpio and had their world rock is standing out in the cold. And they're just lingering now, caught up in Scorpio's energy. They don't know what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio's now moving all secretive. Looks like out of contact. This is devastating to the person that was waiting. But it looks like Scorpio finds themselves with a love that they want to lock in with. Reciprocity is a wish come true. And matter of fact, it looks like a wish come true to have these two dynamic lovers that are waiting for Scorpio. So they're juggling. All right. Eating their cake and having their cake and eating it too. So it looks like the person who was one of these love interests, and it seems to be the one who was taking their time, dragging their feet, gets, the reality check that, hey, Scorpio's moving on. Scorpio left me hanging, and so they go ahead and dismiss themselves, it looks like, with the Six of Swords. But they still have feelings for Scorpio, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They're still hoping Scorpio comes back to commit to them, but it looks like that's not happening because some time goes by without any contact, so they start to emotionally detach and walk away. So that's what's being stated there. Now let's take a look here in the 9th house. Whose house? Sagittarius house. And some cusp energy, so some Sagittarius, Capricorn, oh my gosh, and some Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp energy. I didn't even get to shuffle so much, so definitely with that cusp energy, it's like the same type of reading. Fantasizing about a particular lover, having this new start with a particular lover. It's dynamic, it changes the course of things. Looks like this one is marriage material. The love of their life. And it looks like they break off a third-party situation with this lover. No, they're leaving that other lover in the dust. Yeah, no, they're not really feeding into the third-party situation, but that third party is thinking about Sagittarius a lot. They still got a soul tie with Sagittarius, but they're stuck in their head. And it looks like Sagittarius is moving on with their lover. Yep. I keep on seeing that other lever blocked out. Sagittarius is moving on with their wish fulfillment of a lover. They're not really feeding into that third party connection. And that third party connection is just wishing for Sagittarius, but Sagittarius seems to be really focused on the connection that they're in. So, wow, Sagittarius. So I did a long extended reading for Sagittarius. This one was a lot faster, a lot straightforward. But in the other reading that I did today, I seen that type of energy. And Sagittarius's person that was really fighting for Sagittarius, looks like they won, because in this reading it looks like Sagittarius isn't even thinking about their third party situation. They're locked in with who they're locked in with. All right, so now we're going to move to the 10th house, which is Capricorn's house. It has cusp energy for Capricorn Aquarius cusps, and also for Capricorn Sagittarius cusps. Let's see, you said right before I tuned in, I just cleaned out a gray storage bin. Came across the same. Really? Dr. Seuss deck. Oh, that was so cool. And you said I was gonna say freaky. Then you said it. That's funny. Oh yeah. Hey you guys. If you just subscribed, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yay. Hey guys, thank you so much. I just see your comments in there in the chat. It was like freaky, 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 freaky. Dr. Seuss deck. That Dr. Seuss deck is so cute, ain't it? Okay, here we go with our spread. It didn't take long to develop. That's nice. Alright, so let's see how this one goes. Alright, so off the top, it looks like there is a connection that was, you know, minded to move to a higher level of commitment, but there's some sort of Three of Swords energy here. Of course, this reading, it seems to be focused on third-party situations. As soon as I almost forget that that's the theme of this reading today, a third-party situation. I was like, why am I seeing that? Oh, okay, third party. All right, so this, you know, connection, there was a mindfulness to move it to a higher level of commitment. There was a desire, you know, for that, but there's a third-party type of situation going on. So the person still wonders about this connection. So let's get more details about it. So yeah, they want to move it to a higher level of commitment, and it looks like they're trying to show a lot of effort that they want to be with this person, but seems like their hard work is going unanswered. So that's frustrating. They're trying to compose. They're trying to keep themselves composed because they're frustrated, but it looks like they're trying to not show that when they reach out and communicate with their person. The person seems to be stuck in their head and just responding real stiff and cold, like real short responses. And they seem to just be stuck in their head and emotionally unavailable. So they're still single and bachelorette type energy, just really enjoying being single. So now it looks like while Capricorn was trying to get serious with somebody, and that somebody seems to be lost and stuck in their head and not emotionally available. It seems like the person who was daydreaming and lost and not available turns around and realizes that Capricorn is moved on. They are juggling. They have another lover. So they're all sad and regretful and remorseful. Capricorn's moved on into another connection. So now this person is snapping into the reality to realize that Capricorn is gone. So now they're present and they're like, hey, Capricorn, what's up? You know, can we spend some time together? And Capricorn is like, nah, not really. No. Yeah, no. Nope, that time has passed. So now that's why we have the Three of Swords. They're disappointed. And now they're all fantasizing now about Capricorn moving on and wondering if there's a chance for them to reconcile. They're all stuck in their head fantasizing about Capricorn. Fantasizing about what if we could have been one? What if we could have moved this to a higher level of commitment? Is there still a chance? I love Capricorn. They're ready to put in the work. So Capricorn is looking like, okay, now that's the type of energy that I'm talking about. So it looks like there's an opportunity for a second chance as this person comes around like, hey, Capricorn, I'm willing to put in the work. So Capricorn's like, okay, you could have a chance to do that. So some communication comes out. They're like, hey, you wanna, you know what I'm saying, link up, you know? Let's talk about linking up. Oh, and it looks like that link up there, they have somebody has marriage on their mind. Now, they're single. Okay, so they're both single and available. All right, the passion, the chemistry seems to be pretty cool. Yeah, there's anticipation to meet again. They're stuck in their heads about each other. Now there's some distance and there's some other obstacles in the way about, you know, bringing them back together again. But they have passion, they have love. Yo, this looks really, really good. Now about this third party situation. So there's some insecurities where at this point this looks like an insecurity. They're wondering, hey, you know, are you with somebody else? Because there's distance. It looks like a long distant connection. Are you with somebody else? So now they're going crazy thinking about somebody is with my lover right now. And they know that their lover is a good lover. Their lover is a good, you know, man, a good woman. So they're lingering in this type of energy. They're doing some investigation to try to see, you know, are you with somebody else? You know, so they're really talking about like show and prove. Like they want to get on FaceTime with me. I need you to, you know, I need you to secure my insecurities. Prove that you're single and available still. When are we going to get to meet up again? Is this something that's real that's going to happen? You know, are we locked in? Is this going to happen? So then we have this moon energy, this uncertainty. It becomes too toxic, so they start to move their mental out of thinking that way, moving out, you know, that energy. They got one foot in and one foot out. It looks like an opportunity comes for them to meet up again, hook up again, roll around in the sack again, revive, rekindle those emotions. And it looks like, man, their chemistry is off the hook because when they get together, they really have some intense love making. It looks really like out of this world. So but it looks like although they have this chemistry and this really dynamic intimacy together, there's still this distance between them. So it looks like they're still not making the hardcore moves to be together. There's still that distance between them. And with the distance, it looks like somebody kind of gets into a ghost energy and their energy seems to be diminishing more and more. So there's uncertainty about, you know, where this connection is really headed to. Let's see, are we getting left out on a cliffhanger like that? Well, it looks like your person is still single. They're just stuck in there. They're just withdrawn to try to heal themselves, to try to deal with the fact that this is not getting off the ground. But it looks like they just don't want to be reaching out and they don't want to press the issue because it looks like they were pressing the issue. They're tired of pressing the issue. They're like, you should know what needs to happen. It's almost like they want you to start moving towards bringing this connection together if it's going to be. But they're starting to just try to forget about it, trying to heal themselves. That's what it looks like. Let me see. Dear Holy Spirit, is there anything else? Let's see. Yeah, so there's a soul tie. Yeah, see, they're still feeling you. They're still thinking about you. They're still wondering if this is going to get off the ground. Yeah, they want to move. They want to move in with you. They want to bridge the gap. They want you to come close. They want you to. They're feeling betrayed and disappointment because that's not happening. And that causes their mind to roam and to think the worst case scenarios, that you're with somebody else, that you're stringing them along, that you're playing mind games, that you're doing all these things. You know, that's why they're just trying to maintain and they're holding back from you. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. They don't want to overextend themselves. They don't want to keep repeating themselves. Yeah, they're just trying to maintain their sanity is what it looks like. But it looks like they're still available at the moment too. So then of course we want to know, well, they're available. Are you still available? They're available, but you, the one who's not coming, the one who's not, they expect you to come closer to them. They expect you to do the work. So it feels like the feminine and masculine, the feminine and masculine energy. The feminine is not going to be trying to do too much to come towards you. That's your job to try to make that happen. So let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. This one actually goes here. This one goes there. Man. What's up? Dear Holy Spirit, please clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Alright, so you're both thinking the same thing. You're both mirroring each other. So it just seems like your person is, you guys are mirroring each other. Queen of Sword energy. And for some reason, they don't seem to know that they're the ones that should be, yeah, they don't seem to know that they're the ones that should be initiating you coming closer together. So you're both coming to your breaking point with the Ten of Fire. So for some reason your person, well, hey, I guess nobody's a mind reader, right? They feel the same way, that they don't seem to know. So it looks like they're actually looking for you to confirm it, to tell them, hey, Capricorn, what's going on? You know, to communicate. But it looks like nobody wants to communicate that. So yeah, it looks like they want to, let me look here, right here, because in their heart they have the Queen of Pentacles, and the challenging, your person of interest thinks that you don't want to be serious with them. Yeah, you're both holding back from each other. Yeah, emotionally disconnected. Is there somebody else in this picture? Dear Holy Spirit, is there somebody else there? Please show me again. Why isn't it showing me the Three of Swords there? I'm seeing different queens. Clarify this. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. So is there multiple queens? But I don't see Three of Swords or anything. Seven of Swords. Is there Seven of Swords there or something? No. Six of Swords. Four of Pentacles. They're holding back. Okay, no. So that's why I'm looking. So no. I don't see anybody else there. I feel like I'm seeing the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles there to show that there's cold shoulders. They feel like you're cold, you're distant. And they want to get out of the toxic energy. So you guys are marrying each other is what it looks like there, okay? Alright, so let's see here. So this connection seems to be the most innocent as far as third-party energy is concerned. It looks like there's thoughts about a third-party situation. There's thoughts that your person isn't as into you as they are. but you're both not communicating. Your chemistry is crazy amazing, but yeah, it looks like there's a lack of communication, and there's a fear of success, of your connection being successful, and there's some obstacles that you'll have to make to bring yourselves closer together. Nobody really wants to bridge that gap. They don't want to talk about it. They just, that's the issue. And basically what it feels like is like they're just feeling like, I don't want to be the one to initiate all of this effort. I want reciprocal. I want match energy, because it's going to be a lot of effort to bring it together, because there's a lot of obstacles to make this a reality, and I don't want to be the one to initiate. So it feels like there's a lack of initiation on both sides. So I feel like that's what the hesitancy is between the two of you. It's going to take a lot of work, and it doesn't feel like there's a mutual energy to make it come together. So nobody wants to be the one to, you know, to push the envelope. So we're going to move to our 11th house now, which is Aquarius's house. Dear Holy Spirit, please put resonance in the deck to give a reading for Aquarius. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. The spread develops quite quickly. Remembering that there was cusp energy for Capricorn Aquariuses, but I'm not really picking up much cusp energy for the Aquarian Pisces cusp. So let's see, we come in here, we're looking at our person of interest in a soul tie connection with multiple people. Alright, so we're looking at our Aquarian coming in here with intense feelings for multiple people. And so we're going to see which connection can weather the storm. So the disclaimer here, this is a general reading. General readings are not intended to resonate with everybody. So if there's dissonance, please don't force it. I'll be back to do another reading as soon as possible. And when I mention Aquarius, it could be someone in Aquarius's energy field, someone or something. So yeah, I feel like this is confirming that yes, the Aquarian has feelings, unfinished business, soul ties with multiple lovers. Literally, this is the lovers, and the Three of Pentacles is here. And we're going to see which connections can stand the test of time, which connections can weather the storm. That's one storyline that's loud and clear. Let's get some details here. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, so over here I'm looking at a lot of different love interests. And some of them are, you know, apart for different reasons. There's distance between these love interests for different reasons. Some love interests, it looks like divine timing is not flowing. It looks like there's some elements, there's some obstacles that need to be worked out. So that's why this love is at a distance. Some lovers are just content with loving Aquarius and being in Aquarius's energy, but they're not pressed on, you know, moving in any type of capacity one way or the other. They're just focused on their own life and living life, but they have feelings for Aquarius. So Aquarius has the love that they need, everything that they need, so they don't have any pressing urgencies to lock in with anybody. They got one foot in, one foot out. They're coming in with bachelorette energy, moving forward in their connections. They got some sneaky links, you know, they're not public with some of their connections. Some of their connections, they got a lot of different connections, is what this reading is talking about. So they're in a wish fulfillment type energy where they have their cake. They eat their cake. They got lovers that know Aquarius, know what Aquarius is about. Know Aquarius got different lovers. They don't care. They just want to be one of the lovers. And they got lovers too, and they're living their life too, and nobody's pressing anybody. So there's this song. What is it, like Glorilla is talking about? This Gorilla song talking about. I'm sorry, I don't know the rap lyrics, but something like, you do you and I do me, and we're locked in like that. We're not pressing each other for anything. So now let's see here. We're moving into the Three of Pentacles type energy, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, So now there is one person of interest that comes onto the scene with Aquarius that there's some indecision. They're holding back from Aquarius. So Aquarius is focused on wondering about this connection, wondering if it could get off the ground. They feel blocked. You know, there's some restrictions, some filters about this love interest. This love interest seems to be at their breaking point, like they need Aquarius. So it looks like Aquarius is thinking about this person of interest and even wondering, you know, how they might be able to get closer to this person of interest. But also this person of interest that's at a distance from Aquarius also has this intuition that Aquarius has multiple lovers, and that breaks their heart. They have nightmares thinking about Aquarius being with others, and that's not what they really want. They don't want to be part of a third-party situation. They don't want to be a sneaky link in this connection with Aquarius, but they do want to be with Aquarius because they have the Ten of Pentacles, and they see Aquarius as this high-value person. They want to be Aquarius is one and only. So it's breaking their heart that they're in a third-party situation with Aquarius about that. Aquarius has feelings for this person, definitely like a passionate, intimate adult chemistry with this person too. As far as committing to this person though, Aquarius is kind of not really minded to be committal with the person. But they know that this person wants a commitment. There's more of an emotional connection here, and a, and a physical, gratifying connection here. They fantasize. They communicate about fantasies and X-rated type topics. So they think about that with this person. So they're wondering, with all of that understood, because Aquarius knows this person wants something more serious. It does look like Aquarius considers if there's something could be serious with this person, because they do have love for this person. This person is somebody from their past, but it looks like too that there's some things going on in this person's life that is regrettable, giving them Five of Cups energy, something in the past that happened in their connection that really did get off the ground in a favorable way. So I feel like that's giving some misgivings to Aquarius and this person of interest, actually moving their connection to a higher level of commitment. There is communication going back and forth with this person of interest. But as far as them, being like a couple, like a serious couple, like married or something like that, that's devastating for this person to realize, oh my gosh, Aquarius is not going to be committed to me. I love Aquarius. And they keep thinking, are you sure, Aquarius, that you can't be committed to me? Aquarius knows this person wants a commitment, and that's toxic to Aquarius. The more this person emphasizes on wanting a commitment, that's toxic. So there's love already in Aquarius's midst, so they move away from that toxicity towards the love that they already have available to them. So it looks like this person of interest in some storylines gets a grip about the fact that Aquarius is open relationship. They're not committal. So they still want to meet up with Aquarius, but they're in their heart of hearts, they're still marriage minded though. Even though they're getting a grip. Okay, Aquarius is not commitment material. They're not minded to commit with me, but they're praying. This person is still wanting to marry Aquarius. They're praying. They're meditating. They're trying to manifest, this with Aquarius. They want to meet up with Aquarius. And they're very much, single, available. They want Aquarius's time. They want to spend time with Aquarius. They want Aquarius to take them out. They want to go out on some dates. They want to put in the work. They want to prove themselves. But again, that seems to be pushing Aquarius away. And that's what I have for the 11th house there. And then we'll get to our 12th house here. And let's take a look. So with the 12th house, there is cusp energy where there will be Aquarius, Pisces cusp, and there will be Pisces, Aries cusp. Dear Holy Spirit, please put resonance in the deck to give me a reading for Pisces. All right, so this is a general reading. General readings are not intended to resonate with everybody. If this reading is not resonating, please don't force it. I'll be back to do another as soon as possible. When I mention Pisces, it could be someone in Pisces energy field, someone or something. The energy is mutual, so it could go either way. And also, these readings have had a highlighted emphasis on third-party situations. So if your connection, for an example, doesn't have third-party energy in it, then this reading will likely not resonate with you. And of course, even if it does have third-party energy, this is not intended to resonate with everyone. So let's see what can be seen here. I'm waiting, looking for a spread to develop. Hello, he said, I am here. Hey, what's up, sweet pie? All right. I read your comment there in the chat. So good to see you. We did do Libra's reading earlier. Now let's see what's going on here. Okay, our spread has developed here. So it looks like we're looking at Pisces, looking at their big picture here. It looks like there was a person of interest that Pisces was focused on for a minute, even caught up in this person's energy for a minute. But it looks like Pisces is starting to emotionally detach from that connection. They have realized or come to terms with something about the connection that once, helps them want to go ahead and disconnect and walk away, feeling like they spent enough time in that connection. They're looking at, it looks like another connection here. A soulmate has come into the picture for Pisces, and they're wondering about the potential of this connection, this other connection here. It looks like this is somebody from their past. So then with that one, it could be the first person that they started to disconnect from, or it could be a new person of interest. So let's take a look here. Going back here to get more details. So there's a person of interest that Pisces had their focus on, but they wasn't able to put their finger on the pulse. They felt alone in that connection. Their intuition was telling them that they're being juggled and that they're single in this connection. They have love. They feel like this is their soulmate, but they're single. And so it looks like it's not really moving to a higher level. It's not giving more than, that Pisces feels like they're meant for more. But the love is good. But let me see. So they start to emotionally detach with the Three of Swords, feeling betrayed, holding back, feeling like they're meant for more than that. And again, it does look like somebody else is in their energy that makes an appearance here. Someone that they feel like they could have not only just love and passion and the cups, but they could have it all with this person coming into the picture with the Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Hermit. This person doesn't seem to be focused on anything in particular. This person seems to be single. So it looks like Pisces sees that they could have the potential to have it all with this person of interest, and they wonder if they can move into a new chapter with this love interest. Tired of thinking about it. They've become more sure about, how they want to approach and get out of their head and shoot their shot. It looks like when they do shoot their shot, though, they're coming into the picture with the Three of Pentacles, because there's somebody else in their energy at the very least. So it looks like as they're shooting their shot and they're thinking about somebody else, they do have somebody in their energy that they did not cut off. So they're coming into the picture with the Seven of Swords, the Tower, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Fire, Scorpio. Alright, so they tap in. They're sneaking about because there's still this person we already described that they're sneaking out and they seem to go ahead and link up with this person. Yeah, they link up with the person. They thinking very much about this person. And so for some, they do get opportunity to link up. It is a very dynamic, real, intimate. The chemistry is crazy, right? But for other storylines, they're still in their head and they're fantasizing and they're getting like just really aroused and impatient with the fantasies, wondering if this could be a reality. That's more pronounced in this, is that they haven't quite linked up yet, but the arousal is just insane. So they want to work on getting closer to this person. Now, moving forward, we're looking back at the person that they are having a connection with that we've described. There's still that soul tie there. And so they're tapping back into this connection that they already have existing. Okay, and so, but there's still some regret because now it feels like their person is getting a grip of the fact that, hey, you know, things aren't as usual. You don't have you don't have the same amount of passion towards me. You seem more disconnected. Is it somebody else? They're starting to get the drift that it's somebody else, and it looks like there's some communication about it. Like, yes, you're not investing. You're not nurturing this connection to be anything more than what it is. I wanted to move to a higher level of commitment. You're not giving me my commitment. What do you expect? Looks like there's this communication that takes place, that they are transparent now about the fact that, yes, you're not giving me what I need. So yes, there's somebody else. So other than that type of discussion, it looks like there's not really much vocalizing about this third party situation. This other person that they have feelings for with the moon energy, it's not really being discussed. But it looks like the more that they think about this person, they can't stop thinking about the person, that the energy changes and they just want to so your person wants to reconcile with you. They want to put the work in. They want you to come back and nurture the connection. They're saying, I will reciprocate. I will nurture. I will put the work in. What do you want from me? Because you're my person. You're my wish fulfillment. It looks like the more that they do, though, to try to put in the work and to try to win Pisces over, Pisces cannot get this other person off of their mind. All right. So it looks like there's that third party situation that's establishing that the person who wants to fight for Pisces love sees them as their lifelong partner. They want to marry Pisces. It seems like the more that Pisces is unavailable and detaching themselves, this person is more and more wanting passion, wanting to put in the work. They see Pisces as their person. So it looks like Pisces tries to reach out to this person of interest that they've been fantasizing and thinking about, but they find themselves not able to really get through and get the type of connection that they want with this person. You know, the one that's been in their mind and in their fantasies, they're not really able to reach out and get the connection with them. They want to have a real connection with this person of their fantasies. They see this person as someone they want to have the full picture with. And it's like this person that they're thinking about, the more that they're out of reach, the more that Pisces is thinking, this is my person. That's the one that I want to try to work. So it's really interesting that it's like it's giving, they both want someone who doesn't necessarily want them. That's what this reading is giving so far. Pisces, person of interest, wants Pisces. They want to fight for Pisces. Pisces want to fight for this other person that's at a distance and that's not giving them the energy. So they're both wanting somebody that doesn't want them back, is what this is reading so far. And it leaves us on a cliffhanger. Again, this is about third-party situations. This is a short-term energy reading that brings us to our final house, the 12th house. All right, so thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. That's all I got for now. I'll be back to do another reading as soon as possible. Yeah, signing off, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your support on the video and on the channel. And hey, Sheila, I love you too. So good to see you. And hello, new subscribers and old subscribers. Thank you so much for your support on the channel and on the video. Until next time, peace.